Okay, for this short video, we're going to go over md5 hashing and sha1 hashing. These are very useful for determining the integrity of a file. If you get one and the md5 doesn't match, you can safely assume that it's been tampered with or is corrupted. So let's get started. On Linux, it's pretty easy because the hashing utility is already in the distributions in most cases. So what you can do is, if you look at the Linux distribution we have here, we can create a file. We'll just call it test.txt, and we'll put in A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's put a 3 and a 4 in there. Alright, now if we md5 that file, we should get a value. And we do. Now, what if that value changes? So let's just do a couple of experiments here. Let's change the file and add a G at the end. And you can see it changed the md5 sum significantly. There's not a whole lot in there that remained the same. So let's put it back to normal. Let's get rid of the G. Run the md5 again. And now we're back to the same value we had when we started. But what about something as simple as a space? Let's just add a space to the end of the file. Let's md5 it again. And we have a totally different hash value. So every character is going to change that md5 hash. So it makes it pretty easy for someone with the desire to trick, say, VirusTotal or some of the other sites that rely on hashes, to take a malware sample and add a space somewhere in the file to change the md5. Pretty easy. Now, if you want to do a SHA sum on this, it's just the exact same thing. You just do SHA, which version you want to do, like SHA1, sum, and then the file name. And this will give you a SHA1. Now that, interestingly enough, you could also do SHA-256 or say SHA-512. See if that's installed in here. Yes, it is. So pretty easy to do. Now with the Windows operating system, it's slightly different. You're going to have to go out and install the file check utility from Microsoft. In the blog post, there's a link to it. But what it does is you'll need to create it. You'll set up a directory for it, extract the files into the directory. There's just two files, a README and the actual executable. And then all you would do is just run the executable. As you can see here, this is the actual directory, and it has the fciv.exe and the README. To run it, all you do is just type in / and the executable name, what values you want to do. Here we're doing an md5 and a SHA1, and then the file we want to hash. In this case, there's a putty installer in my downloads directory, and we'll hash it. And that gives us, right here is the md5 hash, and then here's the SHA1 hash. Now, let's see if we can actually do say a SHA-256 there. It does not look like it does a 256. But anyway, you can see where you can use the SHA1 and the md5, and that's a very useful utility for Windows. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, take a moment and give it a like, and also consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I enjoy doing these tutorials, and as long as everybody likes them, I'll keep doing them. See ya.